Hello? I'm Padawan. I'm so much better of a gamer than Susie Grace. Never half butt. Use your whole butt. Bum, ba, 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 da, ba, da, ba, 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 da, ba, da, ba, da, 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 ba, da, 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 ba, 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 da, ba, ba, da, ba, da, ba. You know, I try to automate everything I can for my stream so I don't have to remember to change things like the go live notification or like like I actually messed around on StreamerBot the other day because it has an option to set the tags for your stream. And that would be great because I have the same tags set for every stream, even when I'm just building Legos. I've got like first playthrough, Nintendo Switch, no spoilers, but that's because I don't want to have to go in automatically and change it every time I switch scenes and switch categories. So I tried to automate that the other day too, and it didn't work, but that's okay. It's fine. So that's why my go live notification said it's Tuesday. It's Tuesday because I didn't change it. And I have a list right here. I have a list of all the things I'm supposed to do, but then I get cocky and I go, I know it's on that list. No, I don't, because I forgot to check. I forgot to check birthdays. See? Okay, wait. What is it? It's the 2nd. Okay, one of these days it's okay. Okay, I was gonna say, I hope I didn't miss Wolf's. Wolf is in July and DJ BJ is in July. As far as I know, I don't have any other July birthdays written down, but if there is a July birthday that I have not written down, then obviously let me know. But here is everybody. Look at you guys. We got Padawan, we got Mactastic. Mactastic, how did your concert go? Was it good? Did everybody love it? Are you a star? Are you getting signed? Even if those things didn't happen, I'm really proud of you for doing that after not performing for so long. You're a star to us. You're a star. We've got Wolf, we've got Chiron, we've got John. Okay, so I did see the link Padawan posted in Discord. I have lots of feelings because there's actually a Video Games Live concert coming to Austin. I want to say it's actually in January as well. So I would have to choose between the two. I'd have to choose Video Games Live, which who knows what Video Games Live is going to do. I'd really love to hear Horizon Zero Dawn in concert. That would be wonderful. I think they even included Astrobot, maybe? I've never heard the music of The Last of Us, so I don't know. That would be a good one for the guessing the game scene because I'm never going to play it. I did worry a little bit about that the other day. I was like, oh, what if it's a game that I've never played, but I plan on playing? I know. Happy Tuesday, everybody. We all just went back in time. Everybody just gained a day. I do worry that it's going to like spoil some things, but whatever. It is what it is. But The Last of Us would be a good one because I don't ever plan on playing it. It's not one of those games that it's in my, I can't do it. It's not my jam. I've watched too many, like little, okay, wait, it told us to put this on. Yeah. Yeah. I've watched too many clips and whatnot to make me feel like I could handle that game. Not only is it kind of gross, but it's also just really brutal and really, really bleak. It's just really sad. I don't know. I just do not. I don't think it would be. I don't think it's for me. Mactastic was so happy to get back on stage. Just a small venue, but man, it felt good. I might throw it up on the YouTubes. Do it. We would all watch it. We would support. I feel like I was looking for pieces last time that I couldn't find. Like these little white pieces. These little white circles. Right? They're interesting looking circles, though. Like, I feel like all these tiny little pieces. I don't want to have to go through and be like, that's not it. That's not it. But we all get to that point. Thanks, DJ. I know. They kind of look like this, but they're white. But they're not in this bag. It's gotta be in here somewhere. I know my sister sent me a text message and it was like my go live notification that said it's Tuesday in it. And then like the date right above it on her lock screen on her phone. And she circled the date and I was like, great. Oh, that's my bad. That is my bad. Oh my gosh. The show is designed around 4 main chapters, each dedicated to one of PlayStation's most iconic titles: Last of Us, God of War, Ghost of Tsushima, and Horizon. But the music doesn't end there. Alongside these main chapters in concert, the concert also showcases fan favorite themes from Bloodborne, Astrobot, Journey, Uncharted, and Helldivers 2. Maybe I should play those games because I actually had the opportunity. Also, Lindsay, how are you? Rides it on DJ's coattails. I actually had the opportunity to listen to, I experienced Journey. Oh no, never mind. I experienced Journey live. I listened to the Journey music live the year it was nominated for a Grammy, but I hadn't played it yet. And it was just not the same. Just wasn't the same. And now, of course, I'm like, dang it, I can't believe I did that. Did I miss a bag somewhere? I may have. No, that's 5. Oh, nope, that's 4. Okay, so maybe this piece is in here somewhere. Sorry, Stixel. Just about booped the snoot. Lindsay's making me cosplay as a Nimbus 2000. What about a firebolt? Okay, another Harry Potter question. Currently listening to book 4. Oh man, we're gonna have to go through. You know what? Hold on. Of course they loved the song. It's a great song. We knew that it was a great song. That doesn't surprise me in the slightest. Of course they loved it. It's a wonderful song. And one of these days, someday, I will use it in my channel trailer, which I just never, ever, ever have time to sit down and make. Well, I have a bunch of little dotty dots that are orange, but I can't find any that are white. You know what? There are a whole lot of white pieces here, so it's got to be here because I don't have another bag. I don't have any more. Okay, my Harry Potter question is, so, here he is. He shaved all of his head. He shaved all of his hair. Can't imagine Timothy Chalamet doing that. I do find it odd that Victor Crumb is part of the Triwizard Tournament. So he's like he's like the best Quidditch player in the whole world. And yet he's going to take what? A year off to go be in, I mean, even when these kids, like, what do they do with, like young people that are like, what do Olympians do? Like a lot of these Olympians are really young, you know? And I mean, they can't just not go to school. Do they just not go to school? But obviously, like, they must go to school. Do they homeschool and then they just train like crazy, like all the time, every day? So you're telling me Victor Crumb, who is the greatest Quidditch player, or maybe the greatest seeker in the world, is just going to take a year off to not even practice? Like, he's not even going to practice. It's true. Sports do have seasons. I do remember that. I do recall learning that. It's like, well, obviously you don't play. But I feel like Quidditch is one of those that they probably do play all year round. They'll have private tutors. Well, yeah, if your kid's good enough to be. See, I also have like little gray dots. But I don't feel like I have any circles. Watch, if I can't find these pieces, I wonder if they're in another bag that was labeled like wrong. You know what I'm saying? Because that could be. Charlotte's in the kitchen making food, but she's obviously not paying attention because she's just letting it go. He's Russian, and in Russia, Quidditch practices you. It's true. That is very true. Oh, I really like book 4 a lot. It's darker, but I really, and I didn't realize, I had forgotten that Harry goes without Ron's support for like a solid 2 to 3 months. Well, let's see, September the 1st, that's when school started. Okay, no, he goes for about a month. He goes for a little over a month without Ron because the champions are chosen on Halloween, and then the first task happens right around the end of November. So he goes an entire month, like, with nobody for support except Hermione. And as much as we love Hermione, we all know that that would get really, really old. Spend all our time in the library. That is when the book was like massive and everybody was like, whoa, this is a giant, giant book. And then book 5 was even bigger. You guys, I'm telling you, I don't think... Oh! You gotta break them apart. It all makes sense. Oh, Stixel, I'm so sorry! Oh, baby, I'm so sorry. I just cracked her in the head with an empty... I'm so sorry, Stixel. I thought this was like a whole piece that we were gonna like connect to something. It's not. It's these little white circles. I am so smart. Stixel, I'm so sorry. My bad. My bad, my darling. My bad, baby. I am so sorry. Okay, well, now that we have absolutely confirmed the fact that Susie is not SMRT, now we can move along. I thought that was a whole piece in and of itself. It didn't register until just right now that those were pieces I had to like, stop this Stixel violence. I know. Stop it. Okay, I think that, okay. Okay, so this goes on, oh no, wait. This goes on this. And then these two things go on here. Oh, it all makes sense now. Okay, and then this goes under there. I know. Auden is obsessed with Stixel. She calls her, I don't know why, but she calls her Diesel, Diesel, and she says it just like that. So the other day, Charlotte was in Auden's room, and she was like, Auden made this little like dragon, this paper dragon at my mother-in-law's house, and I overheard this over the baby monitor. I heard Charlotte going, Auden, do you want me to hang this dragon from the ceiling? And Auden would go, Diesel. And Charlotte would go, Auden, do you want me to hang this from the ceiling? And again, Auden would be like, Diesel. Happened 4 times. And Charlotte was finally like, you know what? Never mind. I forget I asked. I thought it was so funny. So now she knows that we think it's funny. She'll walk around the house just being like, Diesel. She'll just like pat her on the head. She adores Stixel. Absolutely loves her. It's really cute. I don't know where Diesel came from. I have no idea. I certainly don't call her that. D. Scheidler, how's it going? How's the stuff? The stuffs. We sure love Stixel around here. She's a sweet girl. She may not be the prettiest at the ball, but she's got the best personality. She just got a crooked face. That's all. She got a crooked face. Apparently it is a thing that dogs can actually have braces. I did not know this. Whoa, what? Oh. Wait. What? Oh, okay, I understand. Do I? I think I do. So it just makes us laugh. That doesn't work, though. That doesn't even fit. What? Miss Stixel, she is homely. She kind of is. She has really pretty eyes, but they're kind of, like I said, you'll see her outside in my yard, and she'll look really majestic as she's standing out there with her tail up and like in that curly cue, and her ears are up, and she's all like majestic. And then if you call her name, she looks over at you, and her face is all crooked. I'm like, Stixel. Oh, why? Okay. How does this? Oh. Oh. Okay. That makes better sense. Does that make better sense? Yeah, that makes better sense. Huh. There it is. So I'm doing this on 2 different ones. Why would it do that? It doesn't, it's not explaining anything. Okay, so this goes like this. And then this. No. How did I build this? Oh my gosh. Okay. This goes down like that. Yeah. And then this should go on this side. There we go. And then they both go on this thing. That makes sense. I was like, that does not. Oh. Oh, there's only supposed to be one between the 2 of them. Okay. That doesn't line up, and that bothers me, but okay. Whatever, I guess. It's like there's only... That doesn't make any sense, but okay. That's as good as it's gonna get, I guess. We'll keep this one over here for safekeeping. Dude, I loved the movie Miss Congeniality. I thought it was really funny. They don't really make movies like that anymore. That are just kind of made to be silly and stupid, just to be made to be silly and stupid. I think was it us that was talking about how it's like people aren't allowed to have B tier content anymore. It's either got to be like a masterpiece or it's trash. Was that us that was having that discussion, or was that me and my siblings? I don't remember. But it's like everything is supposed to be either like amazing or it's just not even worth your time, which is totally not fair. Because I played, oh, that was Monday? Okay. It's Paladroon time! Woohoo! Paladroon, how are you? Let us know if you go see Elio. Although somebody was saying on, there was another video I saw the other day where somebody was talking about bean mouth syndrome, which is the animation art style Pixar picked up in Turning Red, I think it was.
Garbage.
And I don't love the art style. It was no, it was Luca, where they've got those bean mouths, you know? They don't look like, you know, Soul, they looked like people and had like legitimate like lips and, you know, expressive faces and stuff. What else was it? It was like in like WALL-E, you know, the people in WALL-E, the people in Toy Story, you know, and now all the animation looks exactly the same. All like Luca, Turning Red, Elio, kind of Inside Out. They all the characters look exactly the same. And Pixar used to kind of change with its animation style, and now it's just the same all around. And a lot of people are kind of over it. A lot of people are tired of it. I hadn't really thought about it much until I saw that video, and then I was like, yeah, I can kind of see that. I'm kind of tired of that. Like, I love when Pixar reinvented itself each time. Like, every story was kind of... They used to animate things like rats and cars and toys and robots and things, and now it's all just people. It's all... And most of them are kids, which there's nothing wrong with that. But it's... To me, it's not as imaginative as it used to be. I don't know, but now it's telling me to find two, black pieces. I see it, it's right there. People getting better and better quality means people are less and less accepting of lower quality stuff. That is true. I also fear this all this sign up for my Patreon and your name is all in all my video stuff is setting us up for weird expectations in the future when supporting people. I also believe that's probably true. That is probably fair. Okay, let's see. I don't want to dump all this out. So I'm going to dump some of it out until I absolutely need more black pieces because I already have too many pieces in my tray. There we go. I really can't complain very much though because I don't go see movies very often. So I'm not going to sit here and be like, why not? Because even if there are good movies in the theaters, I don't have time to go. I don't have time to go. I've got like little kids. I don't want to pay for childcare in order to go. Ander is a busy dude. That's just not our thing. That's not what we do together. We do not go see movies. And there ain't nothing wrong with that. Okay, we need two of these kind of bluish pieces. Nope. Lies. 4. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then a white piece like this. Okay, I'm following the directions, following them. I agree. I also really liked the bravery in only making a single movie with no direct sequels. It was like a moment in time, and this one moment had to mean something. I surely think there is a place for world building, but it is also nice to have one single glimpse. I agree. Not everything has to be a franchise. Not everything has to be like, not everything has to have a sequel. Not everything has to be, well, look at games. I mean, look at Outer Wilds. Would we all jump at the chance to play a second Outer Wilds game? Sure. But does it absolutely need one? No. Sometimes, like Backtastic said, it's just a moment in time.
That's wild.
And that's okay. And those moments, if anything, that makes that so much more meaningful because you got to experience that one moment. We don't have to like, you know, come out with multiples. I mean, that does kind of kill a franchise is when you don't know when to stop it, when you don't know when to end it. and it just kind of keeps going and going, and then people are like, okay, this is starting to feel like it should end now. I'm sure there are games like that that I'm misthinking of, or I can't think of right now. We've all seen TV shows do that. I felt that way about The Office. I was like, The Office needs to end. It needs to be done. They've kind of started to kind of overstay their welcome, I guess. I felt that way. I don't know. I know a lot of people felt like it could have gone on forever and they would have loved it. But I don't know. Once, and this is spoilers for The Office, but once Jim and Pam kind of became their thing, it was like, well, I don't know. The show kind of lost some of its excitement for me. And that's not to say that the only reason I watched The Office was because I wanted Jim and Pam to get together. There were a lot of other reasons, but I do feel like after Jim and Pam kind of finally solidified into a thing, I feel like everything else kind of fell by the way. Like it just didn't, I don't know. It wasn't the same for me. Andrew and I watched until, I feel like we watched the episode when Kathy Bates came on, and I think Dunder Mifflin was like bought out or something. And I feel like there was a fire, like a printer caught on fire or something. That was the very last episode we ever watched. And then we never watched another one because we were like, we're kind of over this. This isn't interesting to us. Now, this is obviously just Susie Grace's opinion. Well, not everybody has to agree with that. And that is A-okay. Okay, we're sticking. Oh, what? I am missing a piece that I should have put. Oh. Oh no, never mind. This goes. Oh, where does this go? Oh. This goes on here. Like that. Imagine missing that whole entire section of instructions. Don't you okay, wait. I feel like this is a direct attack on Toy Story 5 coming 2026, and it will coming 2026, and it will not stand. I know Scarecrow loves Toy Story 4, and that's totally fine. I thought Toy Story 4 was okay. I didn't think it was great. I didn't think it was incredible. I certainly didn't think it was as good as the first three. I would have been perfectly fine without the addition. Toy Story 3 absolutely should have been where it ended. But that's not where they ended it, so it is what it is. Okay, now we're going to attach this here. Ooh, and John says Final Fantasy should have ended with, what was it, 10? Final Fantasy should have stopped with 10. Final Fantasy should have stopped with Final Fantasy. They should have called it something different, because none of them are the Final Fantasies. That's Anders' biggest problem with Final Fantasy, is he's like, dude, none of them are the final one.
How can they all be Final Fantasy?
How can they all be Final Fantasy? But at this point, Final Fantasy has just become a brand. It's not the Final Fantasy, because then it would be called the Final Fantasy. It's just become a brand. So,
well, obviously, but
right.
Still, it's an oxymoron.
I know Anders like, that's so dumb. Why do they call it that? I'm like, I don't know.
For the original Final Fantasy to be the Final
Yes, they did. It was his last game. It was his last game that he was going to make. And then it did so well that they came back and they were like, hey, so everybody really loved this. Do you think you could make another one? And he was like, fine. So he made another one and it just kept going. At least am I remembering it wrong? It was something like that. Final Fantasy was called Final Fantasy because it was originally going to be the final game that what's his name made, but then it did so well that I remember seeing a video, like a YouTube video where they were doing like a parody of what happened. And they were like, please write us another game, please, please. And he was like, fine. So I'm going to call it Final Fantasy. Okay, how does this go together? They don't give you any instructions. Wait, maybe they do. I don't feel like they do. instructions for that. I mean, kinda. I feel like it's, oh, I think I understand. Maybe? No, wait, yep. I think that's it. And then this. Oh no, they do give you instructions. Okay, yeah, Okay, just like that. The instructions were unclear, even though they were right there. Timothy Chalamet really has feelings about Final Fantasy. Look, Ander also just is not a game person, so he doesn't really, he doesn't have any sort of loyalty toward any sort of game franchise or whatnot. He just doesn't get it. He doesn't. Now, fishing, on the other hand. Ander is also, he is honestly just not the type to do just brand loyalty just for brand loyalty. That actually drives him nuts. He doesn't understand like the Apple brand loyalty and how there will be people that will purchase Apple products simply because they're just Apple products until the end of time, regardless of whether they go bankrupt or not, just because it just has to be Apple. And there is just, his brother is like that. His brother is like, if it's Apple, I'll buy it. It doesn't matter. And he will just automatically be like, well, but it's Apple. And Anders like, yeah, but is it really better? Well, that's irrelevant or irrelevant. It's Apple. And Anders like, okay. So Ander is not the type of person to just jump on the brand loyalty bandwagon. He just isn't. But I think there are a lot of people. I think there are people out there with games, movies, all that stuff that are just like, well, if it's Final Fantasy, I just am going to play it no matter what. Even if it's going to suck, I'm going to pretend it doesn't. Okay, where's... Oh, there it is. Okay, so this goes... Like... Oh, what? Like that? No. How are they not explaining this? Okay. Like that. And then like that. No, it can't be like that. This is the right piece, right? Oh, it goes underneath it. Okay. Oh, what the? That doesn't. Oh. That should not have been that hard. Wow. Oh my gosh. Okay, wait. I have never, okay, like I said, I've never played a Final Fantasy game all the way through other than Final Fantasy VII. So I am a bad person to talk to about Final Fantasy, like the whole entire franchise, because I've not played them all. Wolf says, internet rumor to take with a grain of salt. But I remember reading somewhere that they named it Final Fantasy because they thought it was going to be their last game ever because they didn't have the money to make any more. See? Hey, it's Doom! The mechanical dinosaur building set doesn't hold your hand like Lego, folks. No, it does not. It's pretty much true to... Oh, these are like rubbery. I was not expecting that. Well, I guess that kind of makes sense, actually. Okay, 2 of these. And 2 of these that look like carrots. I don't feel like that's gonna fit. Barely. I thought these would be hard. These are like gummy. That is 100% not going on there. Am I doing, like it's gonna chew that up? And then this is gonna look all wonky because it's like, I mean, I guess that's kind of what they look like. They do kind of bend in the game. This looks like a carrot. This looks like it could be Olaf's nose. Is fishing a sport? Okay, wait. Does Ander... Wait, who's asking me questions? No, it's not. Did I just call myself a bad person? Wait, I missed what somebody asked about Ander. What did somebody ask about Ander? Does he like fishing games? Yeah, this is 100% not going to fit on here without breaking. So we're just going to have to like... It's going to break. That's as good as we've got right now. Oh, you were saying Ander has no brand loyalty, so I asked if he watches sports. No. He will watch fishing sometime. He does watch Major League Fishing. This looks so ghetto. Hold on. In these instructions, oh, they do kind of bend. Okay. In these instructions, they look really straight. I thought for sure they were like hard plastic, but they're not. They're like rubbery. That's not even helping. I'm going to have to like shave that down with a razor blade or something because I can barely, that's not making any difference. Whatever. Yeah, he watches what's called Major League Fishing. And Major League Fishing is well, Major League Fishing has really changed over the years. Wait, what? That goes... Oh, I put that on upside down. I understand now. You know what? That can wait for a second. It's DJ BJ. So, who's got a birthday coming up soon? So, what's it called? Major League Fishing has actually changed a lot. I'm about to explain something fishing related that Ander finds very, very fascinating. He had to explain the whole thing to me a little while ago, and it's actually pretty fascinating. So there is something that has infiltrated the fishing world, and it is live. Shoot, what is it called? I can't even remember what it's called now. It's like live. It's basically fishing and seeing where the fish are in real time. It's not sonar. It's like an actual live stream of the bottom of the lake. And I can't remember what it's called. There's like a term for it. Anyway. And so back before LiveScope, that's what it is. It's called LiveScope. So back before LiveScope was a big thing, Major League Fishing was different than the Bassmaster Classic because Major League Fishing gave like 10 of the top fishermen in the world, or bass fishermen in the world, the same boats, the same rig and tackle, and put them all on the same lake at the same time without letting them pre-fish at all. And then it was basically just a race each day to see who could catch the most fish. And it changed the fishing world, the tournament fishing world forever, because that was just not how fishing was done. The Bassmaster Classic was very much, or like all the Bassmaster games were very, oh yeah, the Bassmaster Classic is like the Super Bowl of bass fishing. We went when it was in Houston. It was insane. It was in this huge convention center, and they just had games everywhere. They had swag everywhere. And then we went to the actual weigh-in, the final weigh-in, where they crowned the Bassmaster Classic like winner, who was like a 21-year-old kid. He won like $500,000, a brand new Toyota Tundra, and I think it was a boat or something, not to mention like every sponsorship under the sun. When MLF broadcasts their competitions on the internet, do they call it live streaming? I think they do. But anyway, so Major League Fishing kind of changed the game because everybody was on the same playing field, but everybody kind of made different decisions based on what they felt was best or whatever. And so it was like, and there were penalties that happened too. Oh, and every single boat has a referee that has an iPad. And so every time somebody catches a fish, they update the leaderboard immediately. So everything happens in real time. So it's like, so the guys will be out on the boat and they'll be like, Kevin Van Dam just caught a 2.5 pounder. He is now in first place or something like that. And then the guy in the boat's like, and he's trying to like catch fish as fast as he can. But they have different penalties and things for like, I don't know why, but if you catch a fish and you put it out, if it falls onto the carpet of your boat, it's a 2-minute penalty where you can't fish for 2 minutes, because technically it's not good for the fish because it hurts the fish's scales or takes the slime off of them and they can't swim as well or something like that. And you can't just chuck the fish into the water. You have to get down and actually put it into the water. So they have all these little nitty-gritty rules, but Major League Fishing was completely taking over the industry, and Bassmaster started to suffer because of it, because everybody wanted to watch Major League Fishing. It was far more exciting and it was more intense and it was something different. It was something unique. But then LiveScope came out, and LiveScope has changed the fishing tournament industry forever, because now people have these massive screens on their boats where they can see exactly where the fish are and can look exactly where their lure is landing. And like, there's a video somewhere of a guy that's recording his LiveScope and he watches his lure come down in the middle of the water and bonk a fish on the head. Like, you can see everything in live, like totally live. And Anders said LiveScope is teaching us that literally everything we thought about bass is wrong. We always thought that they congregated around this or they congregated around this, and that bass don't just hang out in open water. And we were totally wrong. Yeah, they're basically gaming while they're fishing, yes. And so, but now there's no guesswork involved. All it is basically who has the coolest, best setup. There's no guesswork anymore, because now everybody has these massive screens on their boats, and it basically is just who has the bigger screen and can see the fish the best. So now it's like, well, now there's no real skill, because there may be a little bit of skill, but there's no mystery anymore. It's like you have everybody with these big giant screens, and now everybody can see where the fish are. There's no mystery or thrill of being like, okay, well, maybe I'm on fish, maybe I'm not. Now they can go exactly where the fish are and look exactly at where their lure is going and see if fish are chasing it or not. So it's changed the whole industry, because now it's like, how do you have competitions when there is no competition? It's all about money. It's all about who has the biggest screen. And now you could do Major League Fishing and give them all the same boats, but then they all have the same size screen. And it's like, okay, so what is this? Just a race? It's just who can catch. I mean, I guess you can kind of still have that. But, you know, Andrew used to want to be a professional bass fisherman where he did tournaments, but he was like, I can't even make that a goal anymore, because tournaments aren't even very successful anymore, because now it's like, well, why would people watch something that when there's literally no mystery involved at this point? Everybody knows now that they're on fish. So what is the point? Where's the excitement? Also, VT, how's it going? VT, look. Look. Look at my sad little... I thought they were going to be hard plastic, but they're not. They're like gummy. And I don't know if you guys can see, but they they don't fit on the thing all the way. I'm literally twisting it and it won't go down any farther on the thing. And so I'm not joking, I'm going to have to take a little like X-Acto knife and just cut just a teeny bit off of that, because I literally cannot put it on. I can't put it on without breaking. So Flego my ego. I need to devote Friday stream to bass fishing opinions. Viewership will triple easily. You know what? If Ander were to sit here, and I need a reaction channel to reacting to bass fishing. If Ander, I mean, obviously Ander is very, very passionate about fishing. He's passionate about the industry. He's passionate about, he's passionate about all of it. Hello, Stixel. But he was like, he was so sweet. One time we were driving somewhere and he goes, I am going to explain. He said, I need to tell you something, but it's going to take a lot of explaining. And I was like, sweetheart, I talk to you about my games all the time. I will happily listen to anything you have to say. So he explained this whole LiveScope thing to me. And he was like, the problem is it's changing everything, because now basically it's all just about your setup. And I think he was talking to me because he wanted to buy a bigger LiveScope or something. And he was like, you know, it's going to be kind of a kind of it's going to be, I mean, it's an investment, right? It's an investment in the business. And I said, you know, I totally understand. So just recently he came to me and he goes, okay, so my second boat has been sitting out there forever, right? We haven't sold my second boat yet. And he was like, I think I'm finally at the point where, 5 more minutes. 5. This many. This long. Yep, you got it. And he was like, so I've not, you know, I mean, he has prioritized it, but he's a busy guy. And it's hard to prioritize that when you are, oh, wait a minute. Where's the, oh, I was going to say that's, no, just this long. Just that long. It's hard to prioritize that when you are the sole business owner / employee, everything of your business. And so he can't just take a week off to try and sell his boat. So it's been sitting out on the side of our house forever. And finally, the other day, he was like, I really need to sell my boat because I need a bigger screen for my live scope. And I need to be able to take that money to give, you know, to invest in a bigger screen. And he said there are some people that have like 40-inch screens on their boats. And I was like, what? That is a massive, maybe it wasn't 40, maybe it was 30, but I was like, that is such a giant screen to put on a boat, especially a bass boat that goes like 65 miles an hour. Where do they do with it when they're driving along the lake? Anyway, so he was like, well, I think I need to actually like sell the boat because I need a bigger, and I was like, whatever, I'll just get a Switch too. I was like, you get a toy, I get a toy. Mi casa, su casa. You get a toy, I get a toy. Anyway, it's really not how it should work, but it was a semi-joke. It was a half joke. I love that I can just freaking yeet those guys like clear. That's great. But see, here's the funny thing. Ander knew a whole lot more. Oh, that was fancy. Ander knew a whole lot more about eyelash extensions than he ever wanted to know ever in his life. And I know a whole lot more about bass fishing than I ever wanted to know in my life. I would come home and he'd be like, how was your day? And I'd say, oh, I had this lady come in. It's been 6 weeks since the last time she came in to get her lashes done. And Andrew would be like, whoa, 6 weeks? That's way too long. She would need a whole new set. I'm like, I know. He knew everything there was to know about lashes. And in turn, I also knew a whole lot about fishing. You're right, though. You are right. It is technically a business. Oh, I'm going to get scrapped. Oh my gosh. I'm going to die. My life is already so low. It is technically, I can get behind that. They're both business expenses. Play the long game. Hold out for 5 to 8 years and everyone will be over the technology. Then he can start his own tournament without all the bells and whistles and it will be an instant hit. Ah, but this time there will be mystery involved. Check this out. I know this is gonna blow all your minds, but you're not gonna know where the fish are. No live scoping, none at all. We're gonna fish like they did in the old days. I mean, you could be right. You could be right. Yeah, he's so, you know, originally he was like, yes, baby. What? What? The water flies? Is there a fly in your room? What is a water flies? Oh. True story. As a business expense, I'm like, I need this. This is actually my second one today, which is problematic. I know Ander, I mean, he's really passionate about it. He has been passionate about it ever since he was like 3. I can't get it for you right now, baby. You know what? You can come out of quiet time. He's very passionate about it. He's been passionate about it ever since he was like 3. I think that was the first time he ever caught a bass that he remembers, was when he was 3 years old. And he just remembered, he loved the thrill of it and just loved pulling the fish in and everything. And I can't say that I've honestly felt that passion for fishing. First time I went fishing, I think I got hooked in the chin by a fishing pole. So that was less than ideal, obviously. But I don't love fishing as much as he does, but I love that he has also involved our children and that Charlotte really loves to go fishing. Hey, it's Scarecrow! You sniped my Pixar art styled conversation topic out from under me. How about this? Whenever I hear people have Discord access behind their Patreon, I think about you and how unthinkable that would be to you. Oh, you mean like me being like, all right, well, pay me this much a month and then you can join my Discord. Is that what you mean? Because I see that all the time and I'm like, what kind of community is that where you have to pay to talk to the other people in the community? No, that is just terrible. I think that's I mean, I don't know. Maybe if you have thousands of followers and you don't have any sort of like sense of community, I don't know. That seems gross to me, but that's I am gonna get scrubbed because I just fell a really long way. Oh my gosh. We do you mean like you that's a gated community. That's a gated community right there, that is. You are not wrong. I just want to, maybe I should just, no. Yeah, that was great. Using our environment. Yeah, that was also smart. I need life, like stat. Do you mean you don't like the Pixar animation or do you disagree with me on the Pixar animation? It just doesn't seem as good to me as, oh man, I wanted that. As like Ratatouille or like WALL-E or whatever. It just all kind of seems the same now. It's better, it's not as good as Pixar, I'm sorry, what's it called? Toy Story. I don't know. It just does not seem as, I don't know. We were talking yesterday about making movies and like making original movies versus making remakes and stuff. And there were some people that, I think it was Paladrune, that said, well, this type of thing is just safe. They don't want to take risks because when you have a completely unique storyline, then you're always taking a risk, right? So that's why they do these live action remakes and things like that. But Elio, I've only seen a few little tiny snippets of. But like Turning Red and Luca had very similar animation styles. I don't think Inside Out did though, did it? I don't know. I guess I understand people wanting to, hey, it's Jane. Yeah, for real. We had some thunderstorms forecast for tomorrow. And I was like, wouldn't that be so funny if we had like a downpour and he could not do his fireworks tomorrow? And then I thought, he would just do them on Saturday. And now the rain has shifted and it's not gonna be on Friday anymore. Also, it's Hayes, how's it going, Hayes? I mean, I saw the same video and I agree that Luca, Turning Red, and Elio look like they could be from the same movie. Yes. I would say out of those three, I prefer Luca, but I've never seen Elio, so I can't say. But I just find it interesting that they would have 3 movies with the exact same art style and and then there's not only that, but there's also that show they just put out on Disney Plus, which is called like Win or Lose, same animation. And there were a lot of people in the comment section which comment sections are kind of cesspools anyway, but there were a lot of people in the comment section saying that of the Elio trailer, or no, I think it was the comment section of this guy's video. He was talking about, the art styles and stuff, and they were basically saying Elio looks like something that was made specifically to just stream from Disney Plus. It does not look like like Turning Red was. It didn't look like and Luca was. It didn't look like anything that would have been released in theaters. Now, at the same time, I've never seen Elio. Maybe Elio is great. I don't know. I looked at it on Rotten Tomatoes and it seems to have some pretty solid ratings on Rotten Tomatoes. So it can't be that, it can't be that terrible, but I don't know. And I hate that these guys are back now and I shouldn't have done that. Dang it. All to heck. Oh, I just filled up. Oh, I was gonna say I just filled up my life. That's fine. Ooh, a new bike. That's exciting. Brand loyalty is weird. Pixar is a group of people, and some of those people that made the movies you liked aren't there anymore. Just because it's the same company doesn't mean it'll have the same talent behind it. That is also true. And you could say the same thing about games. You're totally right. I think it kind of goes back to what we were talking about yesterday, though, is the fact that we just don't get, or maybe it was 2 days ago, we just don't get a lot of movies these days that are unique. They're all kind of the same, and it just feels like nothing is unique anymore, and nothing is really thought out anymore, and that everything is just the same, or it's a reboot of something that's already been done before. But at the same time, look at this game that I'm playing right now. I'm playing a Metroidvania. We know this is formulaic. We know what's going to happen. We know the type of game it's going to be. And yet we play it anyway because we love Metroidvanias. And so that's not to say that the same stories don't work. It's just you have to find a way to be unique enough to help them stand out enough, even though the storyline is relatively similar to something different, you know what I mean? Or to something that came before it, you know what I mean? Like, how many times has the Cinderella story been made? You know, how many times have we seen the Romeo and Juliet story, right? Like, these things are done over and over and over again. And yet there are some that do them really well. And the reviews and the audience members are like, well, yeah, this is like the really great reimagining of Cinderella. And then there are other times where it's like, this was an imagining of Cinderella that sucked. You know what I mean? Zoinkonium? Inside Out and Coco and Up and Incredibles all have their own visual personality. I agree. Coco. I just watched the scene from Soul yesterday that they named regular old living. And somebody said in the comments, I think Soul is the greatest movie Pixar's ever created or something. And I have to say, I disagree. I thought it was wonderful and I loved it, but I really loved Coco. I thought Coco was absolutely perfect. People are excited about Metroid Prime 4 being made by Retro Studios, but the people that made 1 through 3 are long gone from that company. You are right. You are right. I love this game. I think this game is really fun. And I'm curious to see how it's all going to come together with finding... I thought we were going to go see Rusty as the... So we're talking to a prophet. I think part of my problem is that I get too distracted searching for treasure. I want them... Oh, this is crazy. I want them gems.
I really love this game.
Oh, give us boxes. Okay. That's probably special. Yep. Ooh. Wah, wah, wah. Gold! I got some gold. Oh, topaz. Ah! Oh my god. Ah! Oh my gosh. Wow, that was bananas. Oh, man. When you play the first game, you will control Rusty. That's what I thought. Because I remember you saying in this game, the character of the other game is missing. Can I shoot it? Yeah. Oh, that did not kill me instantaneously. I thought it would. It did not. I thought little bats were gonna come out of that thing. See, I'm too addicted to getting treasure. I want that treasure because I always want the upgrades. And then of course I get myself freaking killed, and then I have to start all the way back over. But let's go up into this. But here's a cave. Let's go into the cave. Sad about people getting canned along with Everwild and Perfect Dark being canceled. I love Rare and really was looking forward to something since I never got into Sea of Thieves. Is there like big layoffs happening right now? Oh, that's the wrong button. Oh, I understand. Stupid. Come on, Dot. Oh. Okay.
I understand.
Oh, man. Wow, these puzzles are crazy. Oh! Can I even do this right now? I think I can. Do I need another magic upgrade? Oh, shoot. This temple sure is cool. Alexa, stop, please. How the fruit are you supposed to do that? Okay. Oh. Oh. I'm forgetting my buttons. What am I doing? This is so stressful. I can't remember my buttons. Whoops. Well, I think I've screwed everything up at this point. Oh, you know what? Every day can be pizza day if you believe hard enough. That's really sad. I mean, I don't want anybody to lose their job. That really sucks. I feel like this button, maybe? Oh. Was I supposed to do that? I don't feel like that was... Dang it! How are you even supposed to make it up that whole area without touching any of those buttons? I ask you. I reckon. Oh, shoot. I needed more water. I can think of one person in particular. I can think of a couple people in particular that I'd like to lose their job. But at the same time, yeah, I mean, there are a handful of people that I'm like, shoot, that. Oh, I need to reset it anyway. I legitimately don't think there's anybody. I don't think there's... Crap! What a dumb puzzle. Remember how I said it was a cool puzzle? Well, I take it back. You know, my mother-in-law found us bikes on the curb. There is no way I can do this.
Wow.
There's no way I can do this with the current powers I have right now. Dang it! Oh, shoot. You know what? I'm gonna come back to this one because I do not think... I think I need another... You know what? I can probably do it right now, but I'm not gonna sit... Oh, I have to go all the way back to the beginning? Who earns? Okay, that's fine. That's fine, it's fine, it's fine. The person responsible for the layoffs. Well, it's so hard because here we are, like we discussed this yesterday, right? We talked about the Switch 2 and the price of the Switch 2, and it's been a little bit, you know, we've discussed it a couple more times on Discord, talking about the gaming industry and how much money it costs for, you know, games to be made and all this stuff, and like, you know, how they're passing on these things to the consumer. And it's like, it's not like Nintendo is hurting for money, obviously. Like, we know that, right? But it must be so hard to be in a situation like that where you're creating this product that, oh, hallelujah. He makes me very nervous. Oh, that is going to energize, and that dude is going to come to life. I can just feel it in my bones. I don't like that. But it's like games are really expensive to make, and I understand that. So you need people to make them, but then you have to fire people because you can't pay people enough. Like, I don't know. It's such a hard situation. I don't know. I don't want to spend $300. Upgrade the jackhammer to greatly increase its sticking efficiency. I should probably do that. And maybe can you kill baddies with the... jackhammer? Dude, that's because it's a Toyota. Toyotas are amazing. Anders' Toyota truck was struck by lightning and still turned on, okay? They should contact us for an ad. Yeah, Anders' truck, his Toyota truck, his 2003 Toyota Tundra was struck by lightning in our driveway like 2 years ago, and it's still turned on. Bye, Mac. Thanks for being here. Bye, Mactastic. And hello, Gail. How's it going, Gail? Elio seems like a decent movie, but it might not make its money back. Well, yeah, that they're saying it's the lowest. It is the Gremlin Carrie. It's the lowest. The lowest opening Pixar opening ever. Toyota is great. I have a Honda, but I would prefer a Toyota if I'm being totally honest. Okay. We gotta go power that sucker on, probably. Why are we going up then? Where are we going? Which way did we go, George? I hate all these smasher things. We'll just follow this box. Seems like a good idea. Okay, that doesn't work if you are not on the receiving end. Okay. Was this before or after the invention of electric pickups? It was, well, I mean, it was like a 2002 Tundra, so it was old. Certainly wasn't electric. But I don't know if Ander would ever get an electric vehicle, to be honest. I don't know. But man, I'll tell you what, anybody that's trying to sell a car is sure in luck, because like you can sell a car for whatever the heck price you want nowadays, and people just have no choice but to pay it. I will say that the Honda, do you like your Honda Ridgeline? Because I was told that it was kind of like a, we thought about getting a Honda for Ander because he has to tow his boat and everything. And we were told by our mechanic that it's kind of like a truck with a, like a CRV engine. It really isn't super powerful if you're going to be using it for like, you know, actual towing things. If you just need to like carry things around, that's one thing. But if you're looking at like towing power, a Honda Ridgeline is not for you. That's what our mechanic said anyway. So Ander found another Toyota Tundra, and he loves it. And he got the fancy car, man. My car doesn't have any of the fancy things his does, but that's okay. Every car we get gets you know, I mean, they just come with newer, fancier upgrades. My car is not as fancy at all. I like my car. I do not like my, I don't like my stereo system. And my stereo system we got installed after we bought the car. And it worked fine for a while, but I feel like it really, I don't know what happened, but it's gotten all wonky, and I do not love it anymore. I did at one point, but it is not my jam right now. No way, this is my jam. Wow. I will say this place has a massive map. Like this, I mean, just like this game in general just has a gigantic map. It just keeps going forever and ever and ever. Oh, but I see gears. This is crazy. I really love using that jackhammer, though. That jackhammer is really fun. I don't even know where the heck I'm supposed to go. I don't know. It's a mystery. We're just... Ooh, that looks fancy. What did I do to my stereo? I don't know. Nothing. When we bought the car, the car had a really crappy stereo system, and we were going to replace the stereo system anyway. And so we replaced the stereo system, and we got, I spent all this time at Best Buy, like looking at different stereo systems and trying to figure out what was going to be the best one. And so we finally decided on one, got it installed, all that stuff. What I wanted was Bluetooth. I really wanted Bluetooth because it was illegal to hold your phone in your car while in Austin. And so I really needed Bluetooth for when I took phone calls and stuff. So we got one with Bluetooth, but I really wish I would have chosen something with like Apple Play or I'm sorry, CarPlay or Android, because now I have an Android, so I guess it's a good thing I didn't get Apple or CarPlay, but I don't know. It just suddenly one day, it just does not, like I'll be listening to music, or when my instructions, like my driving instructions come on, it'll cut off the first little bit of the driving instructions. So it'll be like, at the next right. I'm like, what? It just doesn't even say turn left or like at the next whatever. It'll just be like, at the next intersection. And I'm like, do what at the next intersection? It's weird. It doesn't make any sense. Oh, this is weird. So I have now started keeping a little pair of like little headphones in my car. Oh, and like little earbuds in my car. And I just stick one of those in when I'm driving, because I don't really love putting it on my car Bluetooth, because I just have to be prepared all the time. Oh, I see. I understand. Oh, dang. That's not what I was hoping it would. Oh. Wow, that was really intense. Oh, can I run on those? I'm totally gonna die. I am being so dumb about all this.
Run! Move your little sausage leg!
Yes. Oh my gosh. Was this cog worth it? I don't know. Holy macaroni. I did not get everything in that cave. There was something up there that I didn't get, but it is what it is. Trying to look at the map. Oh! Biscuits! I'm gonna die. Oh! Heart and a half. Heart and a half. Great Scott. That might be the app on the phone, not the car stereo. Mine does the same thing. Oh, really? Well, it happens on either my iPhone or my Android. Also, interestingly enough, my Android, here are my two pet peeves about my Android phone. Everything else is fine. I feel like it's been a perfectly fine transition. I don't miss my Apple phone that much. Here are my two frustrations. Oh, what? That's one of them. Dang it. It will not stay connected to my Wi-Fi. And I think it's because I've talked about this before, but because Spectrum, for whatever reason, has it can jump back and forth between 2.5 gigahertz or 5 gigahertz, like the network, but they're both under the same internet, like title, or like they're both named the same. And so I think when, I knew it. I think when when it's switching from 2.5 to 5, I think my phone is dropping the connection. But because my router does not offer a way to separate out the two channels, so I can just connect to the 2.5 one or just connect to the 5 one, it's switching on its own. It's called device steering or something like that. There's no way for me to separate out with this modem we have. There's no way for me to separate out the Wi-Fi networks. And so it just switches automatically. And I think that's why my phone is disconnecting. I never had this problem with my iPhone, ever. And my phone disconnects from the Wi-Fi all the time. And it starts to use my data, which sucks because I don't want to have to pay extra data. But at the same time, like, so I constantly have to turn the Wi-Fi off and then turn it back on again. And then it'll connect to Wi-Fi. And then most of the time it'll stay connected for a little while and then it'll disconnect again. That is a pet peeve of mine. And then also, when I'm in my car and I am, I'm listening to music and then I hit pause on my like touch screen, it will only stay paused for about 10 minutes. And then it'll just be like, nope, you really want to listen to this again, don't you? And it'll start playing the music again. Even though I've paused it and I have very clearly like, no, I need to turn this down because I need to, like, I need to focus on something or I need to listen to something somebody's saying. And that also irks me. So those are my two pet peeves about my Android. And I don't know how to fix either of them because I've already, well, yes, I do. I know how to fix the Wi-Fi situation. I just have to ditch my Spectrum router and I have to just get my own router because I need something that I can differentiate. Yeah, and that's what I did. I turned it off. I turned that off. I've messed with every single setting. I've looked online. Apparently this is a Galaxy S23 thing / a Samsung or an Android update situation. And this is just something that happened with, because a lot of people, I looked up on the internet if anybody else was having this problem, and there were a bunch of Reddit posts where people were like, why will my S23 not stay connected to the internet? And most people were saying, well, it just started back in March's update, March of 2025. That's when it all kind of started. So I don't really understand, but Ander was like, I don't feel like I dropped the internet hardly at all, but he's not on an S23. So I've tried every single setting. It's the weirdest thing. Have you tried disconnecting and forgetting the phone? I think I have. Wait, forgetting the phone? What do you mean? Like going into my router settings and forgetting the phone? Because I think it does show you like what devices are are like connected to the network. I feel like I have done that, but I could be wrong. Oh, in my car? I don't think I have. Have I done that in my car? I actually don't remember. I may have. Oh, see, it still just keeps going. Great. Oh. Okay, guess we're still going down. So those are my two pet peeves. Other than that, I think it's great. And I actually really like a lot of the options it has, and I like that I can just plug it in and just use it like a little USB drive, and I can just drag and drop stuff in. That is so nice. I love not having to use all the, like back when I used to put songs on my phone, on my iPhone, oh, I had to go through iTunes or Apple Music, and I had to like sync the playlists, and I had to do all these different things. So many extra steps. And that's not to say that you guys can't like your Apple iPhones. I liked my phone. I did. But man, it's nice to just be able to literally plug it in and just be like, oh, that is, whoa. At least he's slow. Ah. Oh my gosh. Okay, I knew it. I knew it. Only one. Oh, I can get out this way. Okay. Oh, I bet we have to go the opposite direction, yeah? There's probably gonna be another one. Probably. Except there's that fellow. Oh, okay, okay. Yes, come blow this up right here. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. He's like, I can't, wait a minute, I gotta. All right, now I'm dead. Another thing you can try is disconnecting the battery and pumping the brake until there's no more give. That clears the radio settings. Oh, I did not know that. I also apparently have something on my Android phone called Android Auto. And I think my stereo system is supposed to actually connect to that. That's like CarPlay. I think so. Will it go that far? Dang it. Okay, well, all right. We know we're missing something in there. Maybe. I don't know. I need to try connecting it. I just forget about it. Oh, that is so helpful. Thank you. Oh, I thought there would be a cog. I have to do more? Are you kidding? Okay. All right. Hello? This game is definitely getting... Oh. This game's getting more interesting. Can I jackhammer my... So I can't come here right now? Android has an option, for allowing switching a better... I have a sync system in my Ford Escape, and the map program cuts itself off a lot. Oh. I don't know. Reality is, I love my car, but I also wouldn't mind... Well, you know what? No. I was going to say I wouldn't mind getting a new one, but that is not true. Because I own my car. I do not want a car payment. Please and thank you. So, I'll keep it for as long as I can. That's fine. Those are my two issues with my Android phone. And they're not like huge issues, but it does irritate me that it does irritate me that I have to constantly check my internet. Yeah, I wouldn't mind somebody giving me a new car. Sure, that's totally fine. Fully paid, all that. Yeah, sure, that's fine. I don't understand. Now, hold on just one second. Are you saying that I can't actually, like, I can see the map of the room I'm in right now, but if I pause, it just goes to the main map? That's lame. I've got some pricey fixes that are coming in. I don't know if it's worth putting the money into the old girl. I know that's the problem with cars too, is it's like, you know, especially if your car's having issues and you're like, oh, is it really worth putting all this money into this if it's really not going to actually help, or if it's just going to break down again in another couple of, you know what I mean? Like if it's just going to break down. That was what happened when we first moved to Austin. We moved to Austin and I had this Mazda 626 car that was a piece of junk, and all the time we needed to do all these. This is how we found our mechanic. We had to take it in to get fixed all the time. And we were spending so much money on repairs, but we were like, no, there's no way, we can't afford a new car. But our mechanic was like, dude, you are paying for, you're making a car payment is what you're doing without making a car payment. You're paying for repairs every single month. You might as well just get a new car. Take out a loan and just get a new car. And we were like, all right, you're right. So that's what we did. We finally got a new car and we were much better off for it. Yes, we had a car payment, but it was a much better situation because, you know, at least then we could kind of sort of control the car payment because we were able to put some money down on the car. But he was like, you're already making a car payment. Like, you think you're not making a car payment? So that's what we ended up doing. It's really hard to decide that though. Oh, okay. You get too close. Oh, oh. It's gonna explode! Ah! Oh, maybe it's not. So what? It's like motion censored. Oh. Oh, okay. That was fine. That wasn't so bad. Yeah, you just keep doing that, buddy. Totally fine by me.
Oh, I didn't mean for him to come on that side. Okay.
Ow. Did I give myself a stronger pickaxe? I think I did. Did I? I don't remember. How large is this place? Wait. 4 hits with a pickaxe? Are you kidding? Yeah, yes. Come closer. Come closer. I feel kind of like Fen. Ah, yes. Come closer. It's fine. Everything's fine. Oh, that was weird. Oh. How do I upgrade my life again? Is it through just my armor? Is it upgrading my armor? I think it's upgrading my armor. Oh. Oh no. Oh, see ya. That was awesome. Way to go, self. I'm so proud of you. So proud of you, Dot. How's my water looking? Looking okay? Okay. I forget they can mark off of. Is that gonna get him? Oh, you bet it did. You can upgrade your life by spending time with your loved ones. So true. That is so true. Oh, everywhere I go, it's a bad situation. What do I hear? Oh, I thought I heard something else. Anyway, I need to mess around with the whole like auto. Oh, crap. With the Android auto, because I think. Oh, thanks, good sir. Oh, so kind, so kind. I find that I am way too willing to just sacrifice. He's going to sacrifice himself. I'm way too willing to do that in this game. I'm just like, oh, well, this is gonna hurt, but it's okay, it's fine. Oh, they sure give you a lot of opportunities to like go back to town and heal up, which is nice. Sell all your business. I need to set up Android Auto in my car. I think it might even have the option to like, well, no, it didn't have CarPlay, so maybe I'm thinking of, I don't know. I need to mess around with it, but I just keep those little headphones, those little earbuds in my car, and then I don't have to worry about, and what's hard too is like if I talk to Ander on the phone, the girls are like squawking in the background, and if I can just talk to him in my ear, it's a little better. When the whole sound comes through the car, Auden's like, Papa, Papa, guess what, Papa? And it's really sweet, but there are times where I just need to be like, okay, yep, I just need to talk to Papa real quick. That did not help me at all. Ah, my life is so low already. I am not good at this game. How's this game going? How do you like this game? Well, I really like the game, but I'm really bad at it. I gotta go heal up again. Good gracious. Okay, I need to upgrade. Maybe that's my problem. It's like, okay, Susie, seriously, you've got lots of money now. You should upgrade. 569. Yeah. Okay. We're gonna do body armor. What do we have? 419? We're gonna do the, and then we're gonna go to these. Okay. Deals damage to anyone that injures you by touch. Makes you acid and lava resistant for a short while. Oh. Adds a slower wind down, which keeps the jackhammer revved up longer after use. Oh, interesting. I can't upgrade any of these, right? No, I cannot. Nets you a cash prize for taking out enemies with the pickaxe. What's this? Lets you return to El Mackinac instantly without losing any resources. Activate this ability in the system tab. Well, that's nice. What if you hate your loved ones? Well, then they wouldn't be called loved ones, right? I was gonna say, those are your hated ones. How many do we have? 4? I think I will do this one.
I've got 3 left. Disabled and caged, and when you are in danger, the ability icon shows you when it can be used. I think I will do this one, because we're in lava caves. That seems like a good choice, does it not? Man, we're just making our way downtown. We hate Lindsay, we do not. Lindsay is the greatest. Okay, oh. So, oh no, I can go down. I was like, so, do I just jump in the lava, or what? Holy macaroni. Okay, we're not gonna do that just yet. Oh, that is super. Holy moly. Is that gold? Yep. That's gonna explode, so that's gonna be a no for me. Oh, but it's also gonna be the...
Yeah. It's taking its sweet time here for a second. Demon, what was it? Demon chipmunk voice? Is that gonna get me? Probably. Wow, that is a slow wind up. Nice. That's... I didn't oh! Oh! Good thing I'm wearing my lucky boots or whatever it is. You know what? No. I think I can jackhammer down quickly. Oh, this looks important. Okay. Some of those skeleton dudes. Those like big giant skeleton dudes. Probably. Boss fight, maybe? Oh, here we go. Oh! That's gonna do that, and then that's gonna do something. Ah, okay. So this is a temple. It feels... This does not feel like a temple. This feels like a freaking world. This place is massive. Okay, so I need to come to that one on the side. Round here. This place is giant. Salty! How are you? Bye, Ander. Ander is making French dip sandwiches tonight for dinner. So I have youth activities. Oh, I feel like I'm gonna need to, like, oh, there's so many caves. Oh. Worth it. Oh, wrong button. Totally worth it. 100%. I only went for it because I had the boots and they didn't even really help me that much. That's fine. How many hearts did I lose? 3? Well. French what now? French dip sandwiches? It's like roast beef and you put like tomato. I'm sorry, not tomatoes. Whoa, not tomato. I mean, tomatoes, sure, if you want them. Roast beef, bell pepper, onion, and you put it on like provolone cheese and stuff, and then you make a sandwich out of a hoagie roll, and then you dip it in an au jus dip. Professor Lava Hot, what is that from? I guess some heroes can survive a little dip in lava, unless you're, well, if you're... Am I supposed to like direct the... temple bowels? Yep, that's where we are, folks. So from Futurama. Love Futurama. Every once in a while, Charlotte's like, she's like, when can I watch Futurama? Not for you, babe. You gotta be at least 14. It says TV 14 whenever it comes on TV. Yes. Okay. You know what? Sissy can go open it for you. Is it 345? Just hit 100% in Tears of the Quake. What? Really? Dang, Salty. You have way more patience than I do. Oh, Final Korok was near some lava. Good to know. You have way more patience than I do. I do not. I had no interest. Oh. He's like, yes, jump into the lava. That's one big pool of molten minerals. This cult is really into this whole fire and doom stuff. I can't cross that thing without melting. Maybe if you just dip your foot in and see, it might not be that hot. I'd have to be fireproof. Or if you were as cool as me, you could just fly across. Do we get to fly? Because that would be great. Okay, that is chalk that up to, no, write that down as one of the places we cannot go. I'm gonna try this, but I'm gonna say it's not gonna work. Yeah. We just have to let more braziers to activate all these crystals. They must be somewhere around here. Let's go torch them already. Can I like change the direction of them? Cause like this doesn't even have a I can't like hit it back, can I? Nope. I had to try. Dude, that's a huge accomplishment. Dang. Okay. Okay. Wait, we've already been over here. Yes, there's nothing. Okay. Combustor's Station. Oh, I should be going into these caves because sometimes they give you special powers. Oh, there's the prophet. Hey, I know this guy. He's the one that brought me to the other temple. Guiding light. What are you doing? Oh, no, that was Fen. What are you doing in this with this unworthy bot in my temple? Where is Rusty? And what have you done to him? As I have foretold, Rusty the Destroyer will bring the great quake and shed our mortal coil. He granted us a doomsday device. Then he left again, for his ways are mysterious. Then I must disable that thing. Yeah, tell us where you've hidden the doomsday device so we can blow it up. Oh, guiding light, how you have fallen. I will not let you to ruin our precious apocalypse. Oh, oh, we have a health bar. That is 100% a boss. Okay. Okay. That's it. That's what you get. Oh, he's like making stuff disappear. Oh! Oh! Okay, okay, okay. Oh, shoot! That's not what I meant to do, but okay. I was hoping I could push him off into the lava. Okay. Which way did he go, George? Okay, come up here and do this right there. Yep. Oh, that doesn't work. Darn, darn, darn. Oh! Where did he go? Which way did he go? Yep, there he is. You're right. That's what I needed earlier. Oh. What an interesting boss fight. Okay. You're eating an orange. Good for you. Ugh. Does that... Okay, those do create little, like, lava things. Where is he? Where are you, friend? I can hear you. I can hear you, but I won't. Oh, I see you over there. Okay, I gotta like lighten up all areas. Okay, okay. Where did he go? There he is. Can I get in there this way, or do I have to get in there this way? Oh, he changed. Oh, can I forget. Can I actually attack with my jackhammer? Oh, things are getting intense. Things are heating up. Literally. Ah! Oh. Where is he? His life's going down, that's for sure. Oh, so is mine. Oh, he's so close. I can hear him. Somewhere over here. Oh, that's life. Oh, I was lucky. Oh. Oh. Take that. Oh, yeah, that's good. This is what you get, Prophet. Boom. Show me that, dude, David. Arg! You cannot stop the coming of the Great Quake. The doomsday device is still secure. The end is nigh. Did he say it's near? Phase two, phase two, phase two. That's fair. That's actually from Friends. I never really watched Friends, but I do remember that episode. Phase two, phase two, phase two, phase two. Oh, we do get a new power. I'm gonna become fireproof, I bet. I reckon. I thought it was a brazier. Ignition axe. Oh. It is fiery now. Oh, so I can activate these dudes. Oh, that's cool. I was not expecting that. Oh, okay. Oh! 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 That was bad. Does this... Am I supposed to go this way then? I was gonna say, but he hurts me though, right? Oh, I'm too far from town. That's faux show. I think I'm supposed to do this. Yeah, that was smart. I wish I would have done that before, but I didn't. Brazier rhymes with Fraser. Brazier. I would also not give them a warm hug. Maybe that's all they need. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they just need a warm hug with a hug. Time to save the miracle with a hug. I don't like you. Oh, well, that's weird. Oh, he's gonna fall into the thing. No, he's not. Just kidding. What? Can I... Oh. Yes. That's what I do. And he's gonna be right over me. What a weird... That's such an odd... it doesn't matter. It reminds me to the time I tried to feed a Lionel. Yeah, how'd that work out for you? I bet that was a bad situation. Probably. Wouldn't that be amazing if you could, like, train a Lionel to work, like, with you? Have I been in here? Oh! This is the temple. I did not get everything in there though, right? This was the combustor station. Yeah, so this is where we fought the... Okay. I forgot. I thought we were already in the temple. It rhymes with Timothée. Timothée Chalamet. Timothée Chalamet. Oh, he did such a good job as Paul Atreides. So good. Sweet. We can light it up just with our pickaxe. That is very helpful. I thought I was going to become fireproof, not my pickaxe. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so those guys are kind of okay because they just move around. Like, they don't come after you. You know what? I do think I remember hearing that as well, that there is a Lionel. I think it's, well, I don't want to say where it is for the loss, for anybody that hasn't played it yet, but I do think I heard that as well, that there is technically a Lionel somewhere that you can create an echo of. Okay, I guess I'll turn this in since it's fitty. I gotta... What is it? Who could have guessed those dingbat cultists had so many riches beneath that old ruin? We should have started digging years ago. Sure, I've heard the ruins are occupied by a crazy cult worshiping the end of the world. That's their business, and I ain't one to pry into another box affair, see? I mean, unless it does mean that it's gonna cause the end of the world. Maybe you should look into that. Yes, it is. It's like a robot Mr. Krabs. He's the one that you sell all your gems to earn money. And at first, I thought he was shortchanging me every time. I was like, is he taking a cut? No, he is not. See that? See how Susie learned and did not just jump down there because of fall damage? Oh no, I do not like that black stuff at all. Ronald's treasure chamber. Only operating acolytes of level 6 or higher may enter. More of these crystals. I didn't see any braziers nearby. They must be somewhere inside this dang temple. But the doomsday device is not in there. I want to go destroy that thing now. That's fair. Let's do it. But I hate the look of that. All that stuff. No way, no how. What's up? Okay, that's fine. What are my words? 1 minute? I want there to be a Mr. Krabs skin for point redeems and you just say money.
Money. Money, 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 money. Yeah, money, money, money. Money. Money, money, money. Money, 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 money. Money! Money, money, money.
Oh.
Money. Money. Money, money, money. Money, 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 money. Money, 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 money.
Woo!
Money.
Hey! Why did you kill him?
Money.
Money.
Why did you kill him?
Money.
Okay, my minute's up. Why did I kill it? Because it's a doomsday device. You worried too much. Less thinking, more smashing. We should head back to the Oasis and tell Rosie that the device is disabled. True story. Okay, we did what we came here for. Okay, so there are lots of secrets in this area. Or I'm sorry, not in this area. In this whole entire freaking game. Every cave has a bunch of secrets in it, and I am totally here for it. I'm down. How do I... Okay. How do I... Oh, how do I get back? Oh... Wait a minute. What? How do I get back up there? Oh, I know. Like that. I forget. You can like, woo! You can like shoot yourself upward.
Money.
Well spent.
Money.
What made you decide to build a second Krusty Krab? Isn't that the same episode?
Money.
Do I have anything for you? I don't. Oh, I went to the wrong place. My bad. My bad. My bad. We're going to the... What is it called? The Oasis? Where's the Oasis? Here it is. Hey, Rosie. Crazy Granny.
I'm tired of shuffling around here in my slippers. I should go out there and blow them earthquakes and them weird jungle plants right up. I just wait for one more swig of that sweet moon juice and I'm off.
Okay, Grandma, let's get you to bed. We managed to disable the thing that was causing the earthquakes. Excellent, you actually did it. Yeah, we did. Still no sign of Rusty, though. If the thing you call Vectron changed him, maybe he's down there among its remains. That Doomsday device was partly made of Vectron technology. Oh no, I know what you're thinking. I don't want to go back there. You don't know what it's like in there. You don't know what it's like to not have a will of your own. I've already come this far. I can't stop now. If you could show me the entrance, Finn. Why? Why can't we just go and wreck stuff instead? He brought down Vectron. Rusty saved us. I will get you there. But once you enter Vectron, you'll be on your own. Okay, is Vectron a place? Whoa, that's really far away. Okay, so how many hours is this game again? I love that granny. Freaking dynamite. Dynamite. Oh, I think we're supposed to go down that way. Whoa, that is so deep. Okay. When are we gonna go this? I heard this little do 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 do.
What's that?
It's toxic waste. You don't want to take a dip in it because it's a bad situation. It'll hurt you real good. Okay, so the only thing in the temple now are secrets up there. I think so. I love that they let you fast travel. That's really, really nice. How are you supposed to do that, though? Oh, oh my goodness. I thought he was going to come falling down on my head. Okay, secret. Oh. That's probably what the secrets are then. Okay. Got it. Okay.
I understand.
So in order to get down there, where do we go? We go over here now? That is so far away from... Oh, no, it's not. We can just come here and just go out the door, out this way. He's got a little starfish on his arm. Ah. Seriously, it's like Futurama right there. So it takes about 7.5 hours to beat Steamworld Dig 2's main story. 10 hours if you do extra stuff. So we're looking at about 12 hours. Yep, because Susie Grace takes extra long to do pretty much anything. Because I get distracted by my children, and also not distracted by my children, but just distracted by, like, you know, I don't know, these gold treasures. Oh, that's right. Oh. do that. That's faster. Come at me. Oh, he did. Imagine that. He actually took me for my word. Oh, that is fast, and I like that a lot. Okay, so those dudes only take 2 hits now, which is nice. What are these birds doing down here? The fetch? Man, the fact that you can't do that, you can't like pickaxe while you're jumping or anything is really frustrating. That is my only beef with the controls in this game. But it's fine. Oh, it's like extra fine because I could just come up this way. So why am I even complaining? I don't know. It's a mystery. It's a mystery. Yes, shiny is miney. Who says that, Auden? Cat rat. Shiny is miney. That's like a legitimate quote from Gabby's Dollhouse. That's what Cat Rat says. Shiny is miney. Yeah, see, all I want is this treasure. Okay, I need to further the storyline. Listen, I could go find treasure on my own. I don't need to do it on stream because it's just taking up everybody's time. Ooh, but there is more treasure. Give me all that treasure. Huh? That bird just freaking exploded. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. Yep, another bird. He goes, huh. Yeah, see you later. Oh, he's trying. Caution. Birds of a feather. Oh, smash the bird. Oh my gosh. That was wild. Cat Rat is a Gabby cat who is very sneaky but cares deeply for his friends. It's true. Is that in the Gabby Cat book? We have the Gabby Cat book. That sounds exactly like. Hey, where's the Gabby Cat book? Can you go grab it? Yeah, Cat Rat is one of those characters that like, you know how sometimes they have in kids shows, there are these characters that are like, why do these kids keep hanging out with this person? This person is mean and like Rainbow Dash. Like Rainbow Dash is a freaking jerk. Nobody would want to hang out with a person like Rainbow Dash in real life. And Rainbow Dash is even a very mild example, but there are just these like really dumb characters, these bad characters that are in these kids shows that I'm like, why do they put up with any of this? And they'll be like, oh, you. Seriously, what are we teaching our kids? That it's okay to like just deal with being treated poorly just because they're a friend or just because they're a sister or whatever? But Cat Rat is really different because Cat Rat is mischievous, but he really does have a heart of gold. He doesn't do anything to be mean on purpose. He sometimes just makes decisions that it's like, Cat Rat, you shouldn't have done that. Now we've got to get you out of trouble or whatever. And then at the end, he's always like, thank you so much, Gabby. And he'll give her a hug and all this stuff. Like, he's really sweet. And I think he is a mischievous character done right. He's done correctly because he's not just totally unlikable and they just throw him in there just because, you know, just because it's like, well, some people are kind of frustrating and you just kind of have to deal with them. They do that really well in Gabby's Dollhouse. I managed to build a thriving business here, and it all came down to moxie. If you have to dare to go for an unexplored place in the world, kid, it might be a risk, but that's how you get the big rewards. Okay, Mr. Krabs. How many cats are in Gabby's Dollhouse? Bubby, we need the book. You don't know where it is? I'll go grab it. Hold on. I just realized I may have hidden that book because it's a pain to read at bedtime. So I don't know where it is. But what Gabby cats do we have? We've got Pandy. We have Kitty Fairy. We have Cat Rat. We have Pillow Cat. We have Cakey Cat. We have Baby Box.
We have Baby Box and we don't have DJ Cat or
DJ Catnip.
No, we don't have
No, you're right. Carlita.
No.
And who are the other Gabby Cats? I think that's all of them. 8 Gabby Cats in all. We do have the dollhouse though. We have like a full actual Gabby's dollhouse. But every single dollhouse or every single cat has like a role. So DJ Catnip is the music one. Cat Rap is, well, that's not true because I guess Cat Rat doesn't really have like a role, but DJ Catnip does the music and has like a music room. Oh, Mercat. Mercat is Charlotte's favorite. And I didn't know anything about Mercat. And then when I listened to, and each one of them has a song. At the end of the show, they pick a Gabby cat to sing like their little theme song. And I think my favorite cat is probably Baby Box. I like Baby Box a lot. Baby Box is a crafty cat. And all their songs are really, really cute. But Mercat's is like, it's called Spa Science. And it's like this really like it's got a little bit of attitude, a little sass. And she says something like, "Welcome to my bubbly world, fizzy, foamy colored whirls." And then she talks about like she's in the bathroom and she talks about making potions and like mixing science together. And then she does this little rap. It's like, test tubes, something bottles. Don't forget your safety goggles. When I heard that song, I was like, oh, well, this makes perfect sense. This is why Charlotte loves freaking Mercat. She's not sassy rude, but she's just she's very feminine, and every cat has a paw print, a very specific paw print, and it's really cute. It's a really cute movie, or a really cute show. I think they did just come out, or no, I think they're coming out with a Gabby Stallhouse movie, but anyway. So Auden loves the Gabby cats, and Cat Rat is very mischievous. He's very mischievous, but he has a heart of gold, like Lindsay said, and he's really sweet, and he kind of gets himself into trouble sometimes, but he never does it on purpose. He's never one of those frustrating like members of a group where you're like, oh, why do you even hang out with this freaking clown? He's probably the only one I've seen in a kids show where I'm like, I like Cat Rat. He's really, and Gabby's Dollhouse is done by DreamWorks. Don't forget your safety goggles. Drop of yellow, drop of blue. Anyway, Charlotte loves it. But Baby Box is like a little cat that's made out of like almost like a paper bag, like when you make paper bag puppets, kind of. Oh, here are the Gabby cats. You want to show them your Gabby cats? Here's Cat Rat. Here's Kitty Fairy, who is voiced by the lovely and very popular Tara Strong, I believe. Here's Mercat. This is Gabby. And here's Pandy, who's always got a snack in his pack, right? And then this is Cakey Cat. It's a cupcake cat. We do not have a Pillow Cat, a Carlita, or a DJ Catnip. But they're all very sweet, and they, solve problems together, and this is friendship, yay, friendship, all the time, every day. But I love it. I think it's a really sweet show. Of all the shows that Auden's gonna watch, that one is definitely top tier, because I'm like, that's really sweet, and there's nothing, like, I remember Paw Patrol introduced this, they introduced the Mayor Humdinger. So Paw Patrol used to be just the Paw Patrol helping people out, just like, solving problems and solving issues that were happening and then there was the mayor with her chicken, Chickaletta, which I always thought was so funny. There were always just problems that were happening in the city, right? The city of, what is it? I can't remember the city. No, what is it?
It's a horned bird.
Whenever there's a problem round Adventure Bay. The city is Adventure Bay, I guess, or whatever. And then they decided to add this wackadoo mayor who has, like, they didn't need a villain, but they felt like they needed to add one for some reason. And so they added this mayor who is insufferable. I hate him. He's so frustrating. And he has 5 cats that are all similar to, like, he's got like 5 cats just like Ryder has the 5 pups, but the cats are kind of like obnoxious and they don't talk. I don't understand why every animal in the show does not talk. Are the Paw Patrol just like a weird science experiment? I'm not really sure. But they introduced him and I was like, he is so insufferable. I hate Mayor Humdinger. He's so frustrating. Why did they feel the need to add him? It didn't make any sense. And he's just mean literally just because he's a terrible, he just is a terrible person. Like he's just like, oh, I want to go to the beach, but there are all these people on the beach. I know, I'll create this shark robot so everybody gets scared of the beach so I can have the beach to myself. It's like, that's not even a real problem any city is gonna have. Whereas in the earlier episodes, you know, it was like problems that were believable. And like, I don't know, I felt like a city could like legitimately struggle with something like that. With Mayor Humdinger, I was like, why did they add this clown? And so of course now every movie that they come out with of Paw Patrol, Mayor Humdinger is like the main problem. And I'm just like, dude, what? I don't understand why they decided to add this. You know what? I have never seen Bob the Builder. Oh, he's gonna scrap me. Yep. Boo earns. I was saying boo earns. I totally dealt with that last week in Galveston, though, having too many people on the beach and wishing you had a robot shark to scare them all away. Totally, I can totally relate. They just made him so, like, they didn't make him kind of a bumbling idiot to be like, oh, I made the wrong choice and I'm so sorry I got the city in trouble. They made him specifically conniving and mean and nasty to everybody. And yet everybody in the city is like, aw, Mayor Humdinger, aw, gee. And I'm like, okay, he'd be in prison, all right? Like, let's call this what it is. He would 100% be in prison. For causing this many problems to the city, I think he would probably be in prison, but that's just me. Preparing children for real world politics. I mean, maybe that's their goal. Maybe they're like, we know that politicians are always can be really crooked, and so here's Mayor Humdinger. But Mayor Humdinger wasn't the mayor of the actual city, though, because the city was the really nice mayor that had the pet chicken. So I'm confused on where Mayor Humdinger ever even came in. I don't know, but I just always felt like he was so unnecessary, and he's so insufferable. I hate him. So I don't really like Auden to watch Paw Patrol. Maybe if Paw Patrol had been, and it's not so much because I'm like, I don't want Auden to handle a real villain. That's not really why. Maybe it's just the way that they wrote him. There's a way to do a villain correctly, and there's a way to do a villain incorrectly. And I feel like they did it incorrectly. I just don't feel like it's, I don't know. It drives me nuts. Here I am breaking down a freaking kids show. But it's true though. Like, you just would he be in prison though? I mean, I don't want to point out anybody's commander in chief. Maybe not. I don't know. I guess I'm just saying like, or I guess what I'm saying is I don't feel like when somebody did something, like when Mayor Humdinger is doing all these dumb things and people are like, legitimate lives are in danger because he decided to build some crazy contraption to like control the weather or something, and then at the end they're just kind of like, oh, Mayor Humdinger. Like, I feel like it would be a good opportunity to showcase being like, that was a really bad choice and now you're going to face the consequences for it, because we may not be able to do that in real life, unfortunately, but we can teach our children that that's the way things are done, or that should be done in real life. You know what I mean? So I don't know, I just feel like it's kind of an interesting, I don't know. So it was just kind of like, I don't really understand why they had to add Mayor Humdinger in it at all. I was like, they had problems without him. They had so many problems without him. I don't understand why they had to do that, but whatever. It is what it is. So luckily, Auden does not love Paw Patrol. She doesn't watch Paw Patrol ever. This all goes back to what I was saying about Cat Rat. Cat Rat is great because Cat Rat is not one of those characters that they put in just to be insufferable. They put him in there as a kind of a troublemaker, but he really does care about his friends a lot. So Okay, it's it's 419. Okay. Which means I'm gonna start my sign off right now, and I'm not going to get off on any tangents because I have gone off on tangents the last like 3 days. And I really should not get off on another tangent. We love Cat Rat. I'm trying to think of who my favorite. I think my favorite one is Baby Box. Oh, yeah, you're doing great. She's at the end of Super Mario Wonder. I think my favorite one is Baby Box because Baby Box is the crafty cat and has little pom-poms on her feet, and she's made out of like she almost looks like she's made out of a milk carton, kind of. She's super cute, and she's animated at a slightly different frame per second than everybody else. So she moves almost like she's stop action, where everybody else is like really smooth animated. And I just really love that little attention to detail they gave her because she's crafty, and so she just looks like she's kind of made out of like stop action and almost made out of not clay, but anyway, it's just kind of interesting the way that they decided to do that. But all their songs are really cute, and Auden really loves Gabby's Dollhouse. And but anyway, I appreciate everybody being here, and always I feel like I sound just like a broken record, but appreciate everybody being here and everybody's support and whatnot. Kind of to touch on what John Steed mentioned earlier about people putting like Discords and things behind paywalls and everything. I mean, I see that all the time. But I guess it depends on like, I feel like construction paper. Yeah, kind of construction paper, maybe cardboard, kind of, sort of. I mean, you can look up a clip of it online, but Baby Box is really cute, but they're all really sweet. And they all have, you know, they deal with little things. They have all these fun little songs, but it's made by DreamWorks. It's probably one of the best kids shows out there that I've seen. Most of the kids shows out there right now are just, I don't feel like they're that great, but I think I think the obsession with monetizing things has just gone so above and beyond. And now it's like people want to monetize relationships, and people want to monetize friendships, and people want to monetize a community. I can understand if you maybe have like I understand that content creation takes a lot of time and it's work. I get that, but I understand if you have a Discord that maybe has like a specific Discord channel that maybe you only stream on or something, or maybe like a voice show. Blue's Clues is the MVP VIP GOAT. I do agree with that. Although I do not love Kevin as much as I loved Steve. I guess that's true. A club is a kind of paid community. I guess that's true. I don't know. It has never ever made any sense to me to monetize anything regarding my Discord. I just don't feel like that's the right way to go about things. Maybe if you have, I guess I can kind of see like if a content creator has a really large following and gets like people trying to message them about things a lot or something, or people are being asked to do like specific streams on things or whatever. I mean, this is kind of like when what I went through when I believe it would cause Discord. Yes. This is kind of like when I went from being a regular lash stylist to being a master lash stylist. I was called a master stylist basically, and they increased my prices. And what that did was it weeded out the people who were just coming to see me just because, and the people that came to see me because they truly felt like I was the best lash artist there. And there were a lot of people that were kind of like, no need to call me out. I'm sorry I message you daily asking you to stream Doom. He does not. I feel like maybe for some content creators, it kind of weeds out the people that really want to see them be successful when they're pouring time and money into something. So maybe if they're like making, like, content is one thing, but let's say that you're making like actual products, or you're woodworking, or you're doing something like that, you know. But you know what? Even then, even at the same time, you have guys like that dude that blew up on Twitch a while back that was a woodworker that was like, you guys don't have to subscribe. We do this because we just want to do this. Like, you don't have to subscribe. Like, it's free to watch this. You don't have to subscribe. So, you know what? What I was going to say doesn't even stand, because it really just depends on what your goal is. Are you trying to stream because you want to make money and because you want to be a famous streamer that makes lots and lots of money? Or are you streaming because, or making content because you just enjoy it? Now, I do understand that things can kind of get a little bit blurry when you are trying to create content and then that content does kind of become your job. I think of like Wendigoon that makes all these videos, who I love, by the way. All his stuff is really clean. There are no bad words or anything like that. So I can listen to it and listen to it. I wouldn't listen to it around my kids because everything he does is spooky. But he talks about conspiracy theories and he goes through like scary shows. He did a whole breakdown of like salad fingers and all that stuff. And, you know, his job is a YouTuber. That's what he does. And so I can totally understand when it is your job and all you do is make content creation. But I don't feel like that should be on your community. I feel like that should be on YouTube or your sponsors. You know what I mean? Like, that's kind of like asking for tips when I don't know. I have lots of feelings about that. It feels weird to monetize a community, but like Scarecrow said, there are clubs though. There are clubs, but at the same time, clubs, it's like, there's usually like an entrance fee. Do you pay monthly for clubs? I guess there are clubs that you play monthly, or you pay monthly. I guess it really depends on what you're doing. If you're actually like okay, here's another thing. For people that make a lot of widgets for Twitch or for like OBS or something like Exceldro that makes lots and lots of widgets about that, like when my camera like slides from one corner to the other, I use a plugin for that. So I guess that's true. You pay monthly for like the YMCA, or you pay monthly. But do you pay monthly for like, if you were to join a tabletop game club or like a D&D club, do you pay monthly for that? Or do you pay like a one-time fee and then you're a member of the club forever? I don't know how that works. I've never joined one. But I guess that's true. The YMCA is a club. When my camera slides from like one side of the screen to the other or whatever, I use a plugin for that. And that plugin was developed by somebody named Exceldro. And he's made a bunch of free plugins for OBS users. Now, he does have a Patreon or like a Ko-fi or a Ko-fi or whatever, but this makes sense in my head because I'm like, he's creating free widgets. This isn't even his full-time job. He's creating free widgets that every streamer can use on their own stream to make their stream look really cool and like streamlined and really well put together. So that is like, if you want to support him because of all the things he's done, or like support him so he can continue making future projects, awesome. But you don't have to. He's still making those things for people to use them. That is where I'm like, okay, a Patreon makes sense, or a Ko-fi makes sense, or whatever. Like, if I were making some type of like content creation that I felt like was valuable outside of just like live streams, like if I were making videos behind the scenes, or if I were like doing GameSpark interviews all the time and like offering blooper reels or, you know, whatever, then I might consider doing some sort of Patreon or some sort of like Ko-fi, Ko-fi type of situation, but I'm not. And so therefore I've never felt like that's necessarily needed. There's also like the YouTube membership situation where it's like, you can do YouTube memberships. Like technically my channel is, what are you doing? Okay, but talk to me. Tell me what you're asking me for. Oh, that's all you had to say, you noodle. So that's the monetization thing is weird to me, but it's like when you, but it's also odd when you see somebody that's like a relatively small creator that's like, buy me a coffee or something. It's like, well, what do you have to offer? I mean, I don't even know. I've never heard of you. You don't have much of a backlog on YouTube. I feel like every single content creator now has either a coffee or a Patreon or something like that because they feel like that's just what they should do. And I guess it's really up to their community or the people that are watching them or whatever to decide whether or not that's worth it. I'm not really sure. I don't know, but it makes me feel really weird putting together some sort of like it's not that I'm going to say, it's not that I would sit here and say that I would never put a Patreon together or never put a coffee together, but I would really have to feel like that was literally my only option to keep doing stuff, to keep, like if I were putting tons of time and effort into streams or like YouTube videos or something, and I had enough people that were saying, how can I support you so you can make more of this? That would be when I started some sort of YouTube membership or something like that, because I would have to feel like it was really like the very next step. But I agree with Scarecrow. Small streamers getting ahead of themselves, and it's being like, all right, you've got like maybe 4 people that come and hang out with you on a semi-regular basis if you're live streaming, and then you put some sort of like donate link in your description, and it's like, well, what? Okay, well, show me what you're made of then. Like, show me why you feel like I should invest in your thing, you know? And that's why I worry. That's why affiliate makes me feel so weird, because I don't want anybody to feel like they have to subscribe, because they don't. You can sit here and watch this for free. The only reason I'm an affiliate is because I love channel points. And if there was some way I could come up with a channel point option without being affiliate, I would pull affiliate. Absolutely. I don't feel it makes me like the small, like the Twitch payouts that I do get definitely do support my family, but they're absolutely not necessary. And I've had people say things like, well, it's true, but like, it's not up to you whether or not people want to subscribe or not. Like, you're not pushing for it. Even in my YouTube videos, I don't tell people to subscribe because I feel like that's overdone. Everybody knows how to subscribe on YouTube. You don't have to tell people that anymore. So I don't say that in any of my videos because it makes me feel weird. I probably should say in my videos that I stream on Twitch, but VT says, I see it like a street performer putting out a hat. If you have talent, people might tip you for it. I guess that's true. That's true, but I don't ever want anybody to feel like they have to. But at the same time, I can also see Patreon/coffees. You know what? This should be a roundtable discussion. I don't have time to talk about this because I got to sign off, but this should be a roundtable discussion because I can also see when people are putting forth tons of effort to create a lot of kind of behind the scenes type things, or do like, you know, like I was doing Control for a while, streaming on Saturdays and stuff. I'm not saying that I want it. I'm sitting here going, oh man, I should have made people pay for that. That's not what I'm saying at all. There are content creators that are doing things like that where it's like, yeah, I guess I feel like that does qualify. That does basically, I can understand putting forth some sort of, or making some sort of YouTube membership type monthly deal, or like a Patreon or something that gets people access to certain things. If people really want access to those certain things, because that is your time, that is your, you know, I've got limited time. And so if I wanted to create some sort of like weekly something that was taking a lot of my time, it was taking me away from doing other things, then, you know, maybe then you have to be like, well, is it worth it if you're not being paid for this in some way, shape, or form? Or, you know what I mean? I don't know. It's a really interesting thought. I don't really know. Anyway, whatever the case. So with that being said, my room smells like an orange. That's why, because I have an orange right here. Also, I don't feel like we get very political on this channel, but I think Doom seems to think that any mention of any sort of, not even mentioning any sort of leaders by any name gets political, and that's fine. That's on them. But I don't feel like I got I don't feel like I got political at all today. If I did, I apologize, but I don't feel like that is getting political. I was talking about a kids' cartoon show and about the mayor of said fictional children's cartoon show and the messages I was hoping my children would learn from shows. If I ever do get political, I apologize, but I don't feel like today was one of those days. So that has happened multiple times where it's been like, all right, well, this is too much politics for me. And I'm thinking, what did I say though? I don't understand what I said. So I guess I apologize that we were talking about a fictional mayor. I don't know. I really didn't feel like that was getting political at all, but I guess I'm wrong. I don't know. I just feel like that's fine. If people feel like that's too political, that's fine. But I don't feel like that's political at all. We're not having discussions about presidential candidates or world leaders or anything like that. That's not what I use my channel for. But it's also still my channel, and I feel like I should be able to talk about a character from a children's show that I feel like is not doing a very good job of teaching a very good message, because, and this, I guess you could say that this is kind of political. How are we going to teach this upcoming generation that is eventually going to take over the offices to be good politicians if we don't teach them when they're young? So I guess in a way that's kind of being political, but like, I don't know, that's happened multiple times, and I'm sorry about that, but I don't feel like we've ever gotten into, there were times that we talked about like the Switch 2 and like tariffs and stuff, but I mean, that's not getting political. That's just talking about facts that are happening in the world. It's just something that happened. And if that's too political, then I don't know what to tell you, because I don't feel like that's political at all. That's just a fact. That's just something that happened. And facts don't really care about feelings, unfortunately. So I just was saying that there were tariffs and that tariffs were going to make a difference or something. It was just kind of, I guess that's true. I guess it can get kind of blurry, but as of today, I feel like talking about a fictional character from a children's TV show and talking about how I didn't appreciate, I mean, the whole point was, I don't understand why they added him. That was really my whole point. I didn't mean to like turn that into like I didn't mean to bring that into real life, but somehow anyway, whatever. It's just apologies, I guess. But at the same time, I don't know. I feel like everybody has different sensitivities on those types of issues, I guess. And for some people, I guess certain things are very political. I didn't feel like that was a political discussion at all. I felt like that was a discussion. Well, I know, but like at the same time, like I also feel like I navigated that really well. Maybe I'm tooting my own horn, but I feel like I navigated that really well, because I certainly don't want to get into I'm not going to sit here and get into a big discussion about whether Trump is a good president or not, or whether or not people should or shouldn't have voted for him or whatever. That is not my place. I am certainly never going to come out and be like, well, I voted for this person, or I voted for this person and you should too. That's not what I want my platform to be on. I have my own opinions and everybody else has their own opinions, but I felt like I navigated it pretty well in being like, well, yeah, you're right. Maybe he wouldn't be in prison, but in a children's show, I feel like we could at least take the time to be like, these choices were wrong, and therefore you have consequences because these choices are wrong. Maybe not putting Mayor Humdinger in prison, but maybe being like, well, now you can't such and such, or maybe now you can't be mayor anymore, or something like that. You know what I mean? I don't know, but I feel like, I guess, I don't know. I feel like we should also be able to say words without people getting angry. Like it's a name and it's a word. And I mean, I guess you could say the same thing about curse words. So maybe I'm digging myself in a hole here, but I feel like, I guess for me, the name Trump or the name Harris or whatever doesn't incite so much anger or so much frustration in me that I have to like leave a conversation. So there are some people that feel that way, and that's on them. That's not up to me though. That's not up to me. I can say certain things, and if people don't like that, then they can leave and they can be like, I can't handle this conversation right now. And that's totally fine. That's not up to me though. I'm not responsible for somebody's emotional well-being if I'm just trying to have a conversation about something, about a kid's TV show. I guess that's my point, but whatever. Maybe now I'm digging myself even deeper. Anyway, I apologize if our discussion about fictional characters got too deep into, I don't feel like it did. But anyway, so I love you all dearly, and I love Doom, and I'm sorry if Doom felt like I was being too political. I really wasn't. as a streamer, you also kind of have to circumvent things that are said in your chat as well. And sometimes you do have to say certain things or defend certain things or whatever. And sometimes, I'm not saying that Scarecrow said anything wrong by any means. I'm just saying sometimes when you have a whole group of people, certain things are going to be said and they're just going to be said. Like, it's just going to be said. So anyway, but you guys are all awesome and I appreciate you so much. So thank you for your support. And thank you for just being wonderful people and being so supportive of me and my little family. It is not necessary for anybody to subscribe or anything like that. I appreciate all that so much, but I do this because it's enjoyable and because if I suddenly found myself having to do longer and longer streams and like pay for childcare or whatever, because let's say that somehow my channel blew up and there was a really intense need for me to like pay for childcare so I could stream more or whatever, then I would kind of be like, okay, I can see how there's some sort of a trade-off monetarily, but that's not the case right now. And I love to stream because I love to stream and I love this sense of community. I love people. So, yeah. And unfortunately, I'm not going to win every situation either. Like, some people are just going to either be sensitive to something that was said, or they're going to be frustrated with something I said or something that was said in chat. And there's nothing I can do about it. Even if I try, there's just nothing I can do about it. And I've had to learn to just kind of let go and be like, all right, well, I guess they can be upset about that, but that's not what I meant. And I know that. And I've tried to tell them that. And if they don't want to listen, or if they don't accept that, that's not on me. That's on them, I guess. So I've been in those situations before, like in real life, where I'm like, all right, well, I did something wrong and I tried to apologize and you won't even let me apologize. And so therefore now it's your problem. It's not mine anymore, because I really tried to go. I feel like that with Charlotte's little friend and her mom, who I still haven't reached out to via text message yet, because I'm not really sure how to reach out, but I kind of want to be like, you know what? I have tried to apologize and I've tried to say I'm sorry and I've tried to make up for the whole birthday debacle. And clearly there is something else going on here. And so I don't know if it's my problem anymore. I think it might be her problem. I don't know though. I have no idea. Well, I mean, you can always bring it up, and you can always, message me if there's something that happened in chat, or if there's something that you feel very strongly about or whatever. But I can't always guarantee that things will necessarily change, because this is a community. We've got a whole lot of different people and we've got a whole lot of different opinions, and but obviously if there's something that somebody said, especially if there's something that I said, obviously it has never been my goal to offend anybody. And I hope that's clear. I hope so. But anyway, because you guys know I love you guys and I'm all about positivity. It's never my intention to make anybody upset. But when you've got enough people in a community, oftentimes, somebody can say something that they think is really, really, is fine. And somebody else may, that's been happening since the beginning of time. That's what happens, when you get in a big group of people. Somebody can say something that they certainly didn't mean to be harmful, and somebody took that as such. But then it takes having an actual conversation to be like, okay, so what exactly upset you, or why did this happen? Like, if I could talk face to face with Doom right now, I'd be like, okay, so what about that conversation was political? Tell me how that was political. And if he said, well, Trump was mentioned, I'd be like, okay, so that's a person. We weren't talking about anything. Like, we weren't talking about anything. We were just talking about it like somebody, and the name wasn't even said. But so we cannot handle talking about Trump then, or even alluding to this person. Okay, well, now I understand where your boundary is, but I cannot guarantee that that's never going to happen. I just can't. So anyway, it's all about communication. When you stop communication, that's when problems happen. You know what I mean? So, I do feel like there is kind of an upward swing in sensitivity in these days. I feel like people oftentimes, I also feel like oftentimes people are very quick to get offended for other people. And I'm like, whoa, let that person, we don't know that though. We don't know. Like, you say that they're offended, but they might not be. Like, let them come to me and let them talk to me about it, or let them kind of handle it. You don't have to jump in and swing in. Like, not every time, they're an adult. They can come talk to me about it, or they can message me, or they can whatever. We don't have to swing in and solve everybody's problems. But I also understand the drive to do that because I'm a parent and I want to do that for my kids, and I'm an empathetic person. And so I want to make sure that people are okay, and I want people to feel comfortable and safe, and I get that. But the reality is, we cannot live in a world where nobody is going to say something that offends or upsets somebody else. We don't live in that world. We just can't. I mean, we have freedom of speech, so that's just going to happen. So I think it was, well, I don't remember. So I obviously do my very best to make sure this is a very safe place for people and a comfortable place for people. It is not my goal to make anybody feel uncomfortable, and it isn't my goal to make this a political platform ever in the slightest. But certain topics are going to either come up or whatever because we have a lot of people here. And if that's not something you can handle, then by all means, move away so you don't have to deal with whatever that anxiety that causes. But, you know, there are also a whole lot of people that may not feel that way. And so we're just trying to, it's just, as a streamer, you're kind of trying to balance all of these different things. You're trying to balance, you know, you want to make sure that chat stays chill and like everybody stays, you don't ever want to upset anybody, but sometimes it happens, unfortunately. So now that I've taken an extra 15 minutes after this music is our new just like sign off chatting music, and it's great and I love it. But anyway, okay, just a reminder, there will be no stream on Friday because it's the 4th of July and we're going to a barbecue at a friend's house. I really didn't want to cancel that stream, but at the same time, I felt like it's a holiday and we should spend it together I should spend it with my family. So, no stream on Friday. So I should be back on Monday with more Steamworld Dig. I'm really enjoying this game. I definitely, well, I do not know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. So sorry. Yeah, hopefully, I hope so. The rain has moved off now, so apparently we're not going to get rained out that night, but that's okay. He hasn't done them all week, which I feel is an improvement. So that's cool. But anyway, so for those of you that are in the US and are celebrating the 4th of July this coming weekend, happy 4th of July. Please be safe and be smart. And don't lose any fingers, okay? If you want to do your fireworks, fantastic. Do it. Just be safe. And a very happy 4th of July. And for those of you that do not celebrate America's Independence Day, a very happy 4th of July anyway, because it's the 4th of July. Also, you should watch Independence Day because Independence Day is great. You should watch it on July 4th. It's a great one. Anyway, yeah, update me. USA! USA! I'd noticed an Easter egg. Corridor Crew noticed an Easter egg in Independence Day, that the explosion of the Empire State Building, when they demolished the entire city of New York, that explosion that goes down the Empire State Building, they flipped it at the very, very end. And the very, very end explosion, when the guy goes up inside the alien ship and the explosion that happens, is the exact same explosion, just upside down. So that was just a little Easter egg that they found in Corridor Crew. Anyway, July the 4th be with you. Everybody have an excellent rest of your week. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate every single one of you. Choose kindness because you never know what people are going through. And I will see all of you guys next week. Adios. It doesn't matter. It's in the past.
It's not over. It's not done till it's not over till it's what? See you later.